Boy oh boy, does it ever seem like a lifetime ago when news broke that Galaxyland would be undergoing a rebranding to become Galaxyland, powered by Hasbro. Since that announcement, we've experienced a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic event, which, among many other things, put a stop to virtually all recreational or amusement activities, at least indoors. The last time we visited the park was during the all too brief period when it temporarily opened, in a limited capacity, back in October of 2020. However, it wasn't all that long before provincial restrictions shut it back down again. Finally, over a year since the start of all of this, we're coming out the other side of it. West Edmonton Mall's attractions are now operating once again, and this time, it really seems like they're here to stay. Which means it's just about time for another Hasbro update from Galaxyland. The Hasbro Unveiling event on June 30th showcased the official unveiling of several attractions which have been reimagined into Hasbro-themed amusements. Some of these we have seen before, but today, official names and themes are unveiled. Take the Games Wall, for example. There's nothing too new to report here, as we've already seen these in my previous Hasbro Land updates. What was once known as the Fuel Racer has become Mr. Potato Head. The old rollerball game is now Monopoly, but neither of these two games have changed much gameplay-wise, only in theming. However, the former balloon-popping dart game is completely different. Overhead, in the decor surrounding the games and the former arcade area, which I still suspect will be transformed into kids' bumper cars, the once purple rocks have been painted a lovely blue color. It now might make one think of chunks of ice rather than purple space rocks, but maybe that's just me. Of course, in the same area, not all that far from the Games Wall, lives Zero Gravity. Or perhaps it once did. The flipping, spinning, extreme amusement ride has been completely rethemed. In the past, we've spoken about this one as well, as we've seen it revamped into a ride version of Hasbro's classic Pop-O-Matic board game, Trouble. And they gave it the final touch, the Pop-O-Matic dice roller. And yes, we can say farewell to the Zero Gravity name, for it no longer exists. Because the ride is getting a brand new title, and you get a chance to vote for its new name. Finally, this latest Hasbro Land update is also making some other rides official. After peeking from afar, through the curtains for the past several months, we're finally looking at the end result of the retheme work on two family favorites at Galaxyland. We can say goodbye to the balloon race and the cosmic bounce, because the park is asking you for your insight into what we should name these two fantastic rethemes. The lighting effects on the balloons themselves are really nice, and the colors are quite striking. And I just noticed something. All of the sandbags on these balloons can be associated or attributed to a different My Little Pony pony. I suspect that one's Applejack. It doesn't matter how you feel about My Little Pony. These balloons, with their new colors and lights, look really great. It makes me happy to know that a ride which opened with the first iteration of Galaxyland, back when it was known as Fantasyland in 1983, will still look so slick today. And as far as the cosmic bounce is concerned, that looks good too. The striped color scheme on the tower will definitely strike home with fans of the show and fans of one of its most popular characters, Rainbow Dash. And you can't talk about these two ride rethemes without mentioning the addition of the new, oversized mural wall behind them, showing an aerial view of the My Little Pony world. Kids, and kids at heart, will definitely love these rides and their new themes. And while this is all that's to be officially unveiled at the media event, we do get a chance to look elsewhere and start guessing about what else might be coming to Galaxyland. And one of the best places to scope out the park's newest changes is from the top of the park when riding in one of those balloons. Up here, you'll notice how, like the purple rocks mentioned earlier, the once purple peaks of the Galaxy Kids Play Park have been repainted to resemble snow-capped blue mountains. I actually really like the change here. Looking skyward, we might notice that the decorative biplanes, which were an extension of the 34th Aero Squadron ride, well, they've been removed. But if you look below it, the 35th Aero Squadron is currently dismantled. Retheming or replacement? Your guess is as good as mine. I noticed them on the ground back when I was in the area filming my feature for Drive Karting way back in 2020. Let's hope we see them back soon. Looking elsewhere, you'll notice the train station. It was once a pink and yellow cartoony structure, but it's been repainted to a grayish silver color. And for a while, I thought this was going to be it. It would be mainly gray. But that appears to only be a base coat. There looks to be more colors coming. And that same color scheme was done on the exterior of the train tunnels as well. Based on the color alone, the silver makes me think of something robotic, like Transformers. But it could easily be G.I. Joe, or anything else. We'll just have to wait and see on this one. There were a few other things I noticed around the park as well. They've added some theming to the bumper cars as well, with this tree and some grass along the edges. And the whirling, twirling swing of the century got an update too. The iconic ride has brand new seats. I am so excited to see Galaxyland up and running again. And getting a glimpse at the first official unveiling of its new Powered by Hasbro theming is really fun. And even if all the rides aren't operating today, I'm thinking we'll see them back in action very, very soon. Provincial health restrictions likely have a lot to do with it, but those restrictions themselves will be gone very, very soon. So the next time you're at the mall, why not take a step back to normal? Hop on a ride on one of the most intense board games you'll ever be a part of. Or roll your way past Go as you try to beat the others in a completely different type of Monopoly. Or just walk around, take in the bright new themes of some of your favorite rides, and try to figure out just what else might be coming down the pike. And let yourself smile again, as you remember just what it's like to spend a day at an amusement park. In Canada's own iconic theme park, Galaxyland, powered by Hasbro. So, now that they're official, what's your favorite retheme thus far? Or what's your guess on what's still to come? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like and a share, and maybe even visit our Patreon page. And why not check out one of our other videos, all about the greatest indoor show on earth, West Edmonton Mall. Oh, and thanks for watching.